The art of hosting a Sleuth Society event. Welcome back. Now we've reached my favorite part of the entire experience, hosting your event. This is where everything comes together. People often ask me, how do you get guests to participate? The answer is simple. You give them permission to have fun. As the host, you're not one of the suspects. You're not a playable character. You're the guide. You're the director. You're the person creating the atmosphere that allows everyone else to step into the story. Arrive early. I typically arrive about an hour before the event begins. That gives me plenty of time to decorate, set up my materials, speak with venue staff, and settle in before guests begin arriving. Your setup doesn't need to be expensive. Some of my favorite decorations have come from the Dollar Tree or other inexpensive stores. Think simple, fun, and photo-worthy. For a 1970s disco mystery, I might bring glow stick, disco headbands, and colorful table decorations. For a masquerade, I might set out decorative masks. For a 1920s mystery, feathers, pearls, newspapers, or vintage-inspired decor can instantly help transport guests into another era. The goal isn't to transform the entire venue. The goal is simply to create enough atmosphere that guests immediately feel like they've stepped into another world. I also place the bonus words on each table before guests arrive, so they're already part of the experience from the moment everyone sits down. Become the atmosphere. As soon as your first guest walks through the door, the show has already begun. Welcome them in theme. If you're hosting a disco mystery, greet them with, "Welcome to Club 77, looking groovy tonight." If you're hosting a 1920s mystery, you might say, "Well, aren't you the cat's pajamas?" Don't worry about sounding silly. In fact, the less awkward you make it, the less awkward your guests will feel. People are looking for you for permission. If you're fully committed, they'll quickly become comfortable joining in. Break the ice. As guests settle in, walk around the room. Introduce yourself, compliment costumes, ask playful questions that fit the story. For example, have you seen Vincent Valet tonight? I heard he's around somewhere. Many guests already know what they've signed up for, an immersive murder mystery. They'll smile, they'll play along, they'll begin stepping into the world you've created. While you're visiting each table, point out bonus words and explain that saying them naturally throughout the evening earns raffle tickets and opportunity to win prizes. This is also a wonderful way to encourage guests to follow Sleuth Society on social media. Tag photos from the event, share their experiences online. Every post helps grow both your business and the Sleuth Society company. Distribute the character packets. Once everyone has ordered their food and settled in, it's time to hand out the character packets. As you pass them out, remind everyone, don't open them just yet. Once everyone has an envelope, explain what's inside. Each packet contains their character description, their name tag, and a QR code. Encourage everyone to scan the QR code before reading. These exclusive videos are designed to immerse guests into the setting, introduce important background information, and help everyone step naturally into character before the mystery begins. After everyone has watched the video, invite them to open their packet and begin reading. Explain that each guest has either an alibi card or, for one person, the killer card. Remember, everyone, to keep that information completely secret. It's part of the mystery. Once everyone has finished reading them, encourage them to put on their name tag so other guests know who they're speaking with throughout the evening. The murder. Now comes my favorite moments. After everyone has had a few minutes to settle into their roles, excuse yourself for just a moment. I usually say something like, "I'm going to go check on Vincent. I haven't seen him all evening." Leave the room briefly. Then return looking surprised, maybe even a little shaken. Announce dramatically, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid we have a problem. Vincent Valet has been murdered," or whoever the victim is for the kit. Pause. Let that moment land. Then continue. This is no longer a dinner party. This is now an active investigation. Until we solve this mystery, no one leaves. That announcement changes the energy of the entire room. Suddenly, everyone has a purpose. Facilitating the investigation. This is the longest portion of the evening and the most fun. Encourage everyone to stand, mingle, ask questions, compare stories, and investigate one another. Your role here isn't to dominate the conversation. It's to facilitate. Walk around, listen, laugh, encourage quieter guests, celebrate funny moments. If two guests are having an entertaining exchange, let them enjoy it. If one table seems stuck, ask a question that gets them talking again. Keep the energy moving. You're not solving the mystery. You're helping everyone else enjoy solving it. The reveal. Eventually, you'll notice conversations naturally begin slowing down. That's your cue. Gather everyone. Begin asking guests who they believe committed the murder and why. If it's a larger group, you don't need to ask every single person. Invite a handful of volunteers to share their theories. Once everyone has made their final guesses, ask the room to close their eyes. Then quietly instruct the guest with the killer card to stand. Give them a moment. Then tell everyone to open their eyes. This is one of the biggest moments of the evening. People cheer, they laugh, some celebrate because they were right. Some get upset because they were wrong. Others can't believe they missed it. Enjoy the moment. It's why they're there. Ending the evening. After the reveal, it's time to celebrate. Hand out your awards. Recognize best dressed, best detective, best performance. And if no one guessed the killer correctly, don't forget you can always award the killer for successfully fooling the room. Finish by drawing your raffle winners, thanking the venue, thanking your guests, and inviting everyone to future Sleuth Society events. Finally, remember this. There is no perfect timeline. Most events last around 2 hours, but don't become a slave to the clock. Pay attention to the room. If the conversations are still flowing, let them continue. If the investigation is naturally wrapped up, begin moving toward the reveal. The best hosts don't follow a stopwatch. They follow the energy. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, and we have our AI assistant in the licensee portal for any information you may have missed.